I'm just trying to get my money. Please forgive my attitude. What she may not touch it, they go malu. 1 + 1 = 2. I don't want any good. We don't perform for no exposure. Shut your exposure. Kaina fiku yeto kuria. Getting my money, I ain't here for no beef. Nandanda kalandi telege moko beef. And if you hating, boy, you better take a seat. Talk cherry what Mr. Andrew wanna be. I'm just tryna get my dollar.
I'm just tryna get my dollar.
Itinye wakini my shoulder.
Itinye wakini my shoulder.
Nayonda haro simariwe. Chewa haro simariwe. Ndolo kwa haro simariwe. Mixa kwa haro simariwe.
Hey, Ondara simariwa. Andisi longele nudini. Futa futa, ondaja koma futa. I'm looking for money.
I'm just tryna get my dollar.
I'm just tryna get my dollar.
Itinye wakini my shoulder.
Itinye wakini my shoulder.
Nayonda haro simariwe. Chewa haro simariwe. Ndolo kwa haro simariwe. Mixa kwa haro simariwe.
Good morning, welcome to the Morning Mix on Informanté Radio. Andrew on the beat featuring Top Cherry and Paige from Ethnics. This one is titled Dollar. And this is how we kickstart the Morning Mix op die woensdagoggend, die 28ste Oktober 2020. Goeiemôre span.
More.
This has been such a long week.
Ja.
Nee.
Luister, kan
But
ek
the
net
weather
'n
is
vraag
good.
vra?
Aks.
Can I just ask a question?
Aks.
Het ons gepay hierdie man.
Ai, sick man.
It's Fuloki. You know what's irritating? From the time my money arrived, every day I wake up to this 3 whatever notifications. What is that?
Ja.
6, 5.
Ja.
Oh yeah.
Elke liewe dag.
Then move all your deductions to one day.
No,
so they
because
all
some
go
of-
off in
some
one
of-
day.
Some of them are this phone apps and
Yeah. So I paid for the house. I bought the groceries. I paid the school fees. Yeah, I bought the groceries.
you paid for the DSTV.
Yeah, I paid for the DSTV. I paid for the Wi-Fi. So now the rest of the money that's there, there are still deductions that's supposed to go off, but I already moved that money to another account. Want as ek moet skuld betaal nou nee, I will not be able to make it for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
So if there are people out there, mense julle twee nee, you guys are my closest, allies here at the office. If there are people coming here looking for me, say that ek is you saw me. If they come with messenger of the court letters or whatever, I can't pay anybody further for the rest of the month.
That's been
Klaar.
Zak is klaar.
Die zak is klaar.
Net 'n bietjie man, net 'n bietjie. Die mense het soets aan vandag, so ek weet nie wat gaan aan nie.
Maria, you of all people who's so fashion forward should know that these are not suits.
What are they?
It's a shirt. How is this a suit? How is a shirt and a jean
Yeah,
a
just
suit?
when you look formal.
The problem with you and me, Cubase, is that we've been so drenched in jeans and techies.
Yeah.
The moment we just do, like this
No,
morning.
it's not even jeans. I think it's you guys usually are t-shirt people.
Exactly.
So when you put on shirts,
Yeah.
Kama looks different.
it looks nice.
So like this morning, again, now yesterday I had a shirt on. This morning I wanted to wear a t-shirt. I'm like, man, let me just continue in the same vein as I did yesterday. Yeah. Don't be formal like. Yeah.
All right. Let's quickly do an update on the coronavirus. How many cases did we register yesterday? Yesterday we registered 54 new cases. It brings the total number of reported cases to 12,729. That number looks so small now when you compare it to what is happening in other countries. Anyway, of all those cases, 133 of them have succumbed to the virus, 10,878 have recovered, and 1,718 are still battling the coronavirus. All right, that's the number of active cases.
Where's our epicenter now?
We don't have an.
Do we have an
Yeah, but it's
epicenter?
still Windhoek.
I hope, man, Maria.
Yeah, most cases are still epicenter is generally where most of the cases are being reported. Most of the cases are still being reported in
Ne?
Windhoek. But like I mean, it's not a concerning number. So I thought numbers would flare up with the protests that were happening. And I mean, there are protests happening. I mean, the Nigerians took to the streets. People that were
Wait, here in
yesterday,
Windhoek?
yeah,
Nigerians took to this because of
in
the
solidarity with
police brutality.
police brutality in Nigeria. Yesterday we had the NASFAF demonstration, I guess, NASFAF. There is one scheduled, I think what is this one scheduled again later this week? I can't remember the details. So there's a lot of protests happening. And I know also Doreen Sioka, if she's not out of office by the 31st of October, there's going to be more protests. So you expect with numbers of protesters for COVID-19 cases to flare up, but apparently not.
Do you guys really think you will get Doreen Sioka out of office?
They're Doreen the out.
Julle salary, julle kan Doreen se ma se wat ook vloek en haar wat vloek. Julle kan vloek soos julle wil.
Doreen moet gaan, man.
Daai salietjie sal nie gaan nie.
Doreen moet gaan.
Now, speaking of the whole Doreen Sioka issue, I was thinking this morning. I mean the anti-SGBV protests, they have sort of died down after the meeting or consultation or whatever with the president. But then nothing was really resolved. They didn't get any of the things that they wanted.
Well, there were. I think there were 2 more protests after that meeting because I think they realized that
You got played.
they got played. They went to the meeting. They didn't know it was going to be a closed door meeting. They didn't know they were not allowed to record it. They didn't know cameras wouldn't be on record. So I think they felt caught up. And then obviously the main things that they wanted, which was for SGBV to be declared as state of emergency, and for Doreen Sioka, they didn't get any of those 2 things. So I think after they came out and I think they spoke to their peers, I think it was that realization like, ooh, we got played, or we got excited, or I mean, it's not easy to when you are in the presence of power. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, they are young, and I know what power does. So you conform very quickly, but it's good that they found their way back. And so then they had a protest in front of the gender ministry demanding for Doreen Sioka. And they've promised that if she's not gone by the 31st, they will be protesting every day.
Do we have another viable candidate for that position?
The only person that I trust enough is unfortunately well placed at Justice. I would have liked somebody like Dowsab. Yvonne Dowsab, I think she's progressive. I think she understands issues. And I think she has the knowledge in terms of policy making. Because, gender ministry is also a lot to do with policy changes. So I think she's well equipped. But again, she's really needed at Justice right now.
But that would be nice because she has a general understanding of the law. A broad understanding of the law, not even a general one. And of course, she is well versed when it comes to like gender issues and stuff like that. So she would probably be a good candidate. But then who would you replace her with at Justice?
Exactly. And I mean, like I said, she is well positioned at Justice. I think she would be better for us, but that's just me being greedy. I can't. It's so funny. There's no like a standout candidate unless you're looking at people from. It's even the Deputy of Health, Esther. I think would also do very well as a gender minister.
I don't think we are ready quite yet to appoint somebody from another party to a minister.
Yeah, but they should.
Maybe deputy ministerial, but the ministerial position.
But they should look at her because she's a psychologist by profession. She's worked with women and children.
I know. I would advocate. I mean, she was my contemporary social issues what was the name of that subject? She was
Yeah.
she was one of my lecturers at UNAM as well, and I think she would do well in that position.
I think she would do excellent, phenomenal.
Yeah, but I also think, or I also know that she's, affiliated to the wrong party. So I doubt,
Wrong party.
unless her party wins the election, that she would be
Yeah.
appointed to a ministerial
But,
position.
but I would like to see people being appointed on capabilities, not based on party affiliation.
Yeah.
If we can move away from that, we'll do much better.
Yeah,
Guys,
preaching to the choir.
yeah. I mean, and it's a question that I wanted to ask you guys the other day. It seems like every weekend there are videos of political parties having a standoff with each other.
Election season.
And obviously the
Campaign-
elections are
campaign
getting,
season.
it's campaign season, but every time it just seems like there's continuous intimidation, counter intimidations
The time of the year.
against each other. It doesn't look like it has developed to physical violence yet, but it just seems like the standoffs keeps on continuing, and it's just insults, counter insults every time. And I'm just so scared that this can be such a polarizing situation that it can actually
But what is new?
And
But
I
it's
know.
I think it's a bit worse this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned even last year we had the presidential elections. There were minor clashes here and there, but it was not as widespread, I guess, as you would. I think. Look, if you go with what you hear on the street, the discontent for the performance of the ruling party is growing, and I think that is what's causing some of this uproar. I don't even know what to call it, clashes or and I mean, we all know. We even had the Minister of Safety and Security in studio. I mean, everyone has the right to campaign wherever it is they want to go campaign, wherever it is that they think they can, get a few votes. They are well within their rights to go there and go campaign, as long as you are not trying to intimidate others.
Yeah.
So we should just all learn to be a bit more tolerable. I mean, if you're not going to vote for the person, what does it hurt you if they stand on your street and scream the whole day?
I don't think it's a fair assessment to say it's worse this year. I mean, I remember working in the northern region when RDP was, when they came up. I think that's the worst I've ever seen it. I mean, streets would be blocked, stones would be thrown. It was just so messy and so ugly. I mean, you need to remember the north and how it's made up. It's like a Sopo heartland,
Yes.
and with RDP coming into the mix. And there were literally no-go areas for RDP. It wasn't. Yeah. It
Is it-
was
Yeah.
terrible. I think people are slowly becoming more tolerant of opposition parties. I think they are less demonized than they were some years ago, because obviously changing mindsets. But I wouldn't say it's silly season. I wouldn't say it's the worst we've seen. I mean, this is just what happens every time during election time. But I think the RDP and SWAPO from years ago, when RDP was just formed and they were campaigning and starting to infiltrate government, that's when
I mean, that was the first of its kind. So,
COD was, but even COD wasn't so
COD
good.
versus Spaza.
Yeah.
RDP was like the first
A real
real
threat,
challenge
yeah.
to SWAPO.
Yeah.
That was, I would understand that was bad, because even with Itula last year, you didn't have that. I mean, you had issues, but I think RDP was still worse. But if
Yeah.
you compare last year,
Yeah.
which was presidential elections, to this year,
Yeah.
and all the news that we are getting, you can see that things are sort of escalating from where we were last year.
Yeah, it just seemed to me that, and I think what you're talking about, Maria, during the RDP era, it seemed like the violence, the intimidation, was very much centralized up there.
Yes, yeah.
But it seems like, with the Itula situation last year, it seemed like it was spread all over the country.
Everywhere.
So in terms of the awareness that you do talk about, in terms of how I think we see things nationally, that there are other options that people are looking at the moment, it just seems like it's, with the Itula issue, it just basically spread all over the country. So,
Yeah.
but it would be very interesting to see what this municipal elections would bring.
Yeah, I think I'm very interested to
Yeah.
see what happens. Yeah.
Okay, before we jump into the comments, let's quickly take a look at some of the sports results from the UEFA Champions League last night. And to fellow Barcelona fans, useless Bartomeu finally resigned last night, so him and his board are going to be out. But in any case,
Are you happy now?
ek is baie bly.
So you think you're going to win the next match now, this coming weekend?
No, that has nothing to do with it. It's just there was a cancer within the club and we got rid of it.
Okay.
Champions League Group A matches yesterday. Bayern Munich beating Lokomotiv Moscow in the Russian capital 2-1. Atletico Madrid beating Salzburg at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium in Spain 3-2. A pretty interesting group this one is. Of course, Bayern won their first match against Atleti 4-0.
Well.
In any way, Group B saw Shakhtar Donetsk draw at home against Inter Milan. That was in Ukraine. Shakhtar Azuka from Ukraine, right?
Yeah, that's Ukraine.
Yeah, and the toothless Real Madrid were held by Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-2 in Deutschland from Group C.
Catch you, ka.
Wie?
Catch you nou op Real Madrid.
Oh nee, dat is mos nie waar wat hulle help in die Champions League nie. Is net in die league.
Waar?
Yeah. And then Group C, Porto took on Olympiacos, winning the match 2-0. Manchester City,
Porto, it's my son's team.
FC Porto. Yeah, Manchester City looking like their old self once again against Marseille last night, walking away 3-0 winners. Atalanta Ajax, one of the most interesting matches from last night, ended in a 2-2 draw. That's from Group D. And then Liverpool basically beating Midtjylland. How do you say this name?
Ek ken nie. Ek het die naam gesien. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, it's as a hoërskoolspan iewers from Europa. They beat them 2-0 at Anfield. Yeah, and those were the results from last night. Just a look at some of the fixtures coming up today. Chelsea travel to FC Krasnodar. Sevilla hosts Rennes at home. Borussia Dortmund welcomes Zenit St. Petersburg. Club Brugge welcome Lazio. Ferencvaros and Dynamo Kiev in Group G. Juventus, of course, at home against Barcelona tonight. That's going to be the big one.
Yo!
Group H, Istanbul versus Paris Saint-Germain. So, yeah, an interesting match in Turkey. And then Manchester United welcoming Leipzig.
Oh, Leipzig.
Yeah, Rasenballsport, RB Leipzig to Old Trafford. Yeah, and those are just some of your champions. You know, we don't talk about Europa League, so no Arsenal.
Wie het jou gevra? Ons het jou nie gevra nie.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. We didn't ask you that
Spring
question.
so met jou goed.
Yeah.
Alright, kom ons sê môre vir sommige van julle wat al klaar die stream join op Facebook. Don't forget you can listen to us live in Mariental, Keetmans, Oshakati, Chivarongo, Rundu, as well as the Central Coast. Because we sort of forget that Luderitz is also at the coast. We just say the coast and think, yeah, it's not Palpas. Anyway, Benito Natibi, good morning. With all the BMW happening in the 061.
What BMW?
Baby making weather.
Oh!
But die weer is lekker. Just we want to be lost in cuddles.
I was talking to one of my friends this
Ja, per
morning.
nie werk toe gekom.
Hello, from because like I woke up around 3 o'clock, man. So I sent them a message. So this morning we were talking, it was like, oh, with this nice weather, how are you not cuddling at 3 in the morning? Huh? Like, so give me your babies. No more kids. Yeah. What's with the sound? John Vulligate, fix it. John Vulligate is sitting there on, I don't even know what he's doing. You guys should check, Shines' stories. Not his stories, but the stories that pop up on his Facebook account.
Yeah, ne?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
scare
yeah.
you.
It's
I
just-
must drop the phone one.
It's just bat, boob, bat, boob,
Yeah.
boob.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
yes, gevaarlijk.
The other day we had to go onto your Facebook to stream, and all these stories that appear is just ass and boobs.
Xylem, you're a popular guy with the girls, ne?
Yeah. and by the way, Kaloi was very upset that you didn't come into the shot yesterday so that she can see your handsome face.
Ethel is asking, wanneer gaan jullie vandaag?
Ik wil ook weer.
Somebody,
Is dit weer toegekom?
no, Roviera was saying that Cubase finally got his job interview at Nampost today. I think I saw something like that.
That was you that were talking about.
Nee.
He was talking about Cubase.
I'm coming to come save Air Namibia, guys. In Namibia, I'm coming. What is that?
Talking about John Vuligate, this girl, and hear this girl who became so popular in South Africa on this John Vuligate video. Her name is Nasi Istoko. Nasi Istoko.
Stock is a joke that she started. Like if you are, you know what you are. If you are stock, you know what it means, right?
What does it mean?
Like when, for example, you say, "I will organize the
stock."
The stock.
Oh, Stokvel.
Oh,
what? Ekfra.
Neville, Jay and Lazarus come net. I'll organize the stock for you guys. Volg Gino.
It's like stock.
Stock, Susan, Ameria, and
Cherries.
Martina.
Oh, so
Jesus
stock.
Christ.
Oh, okay. Jay. Ooh,
Sorry, Ethel.
Jay. Ooh,
Nee, ketchup.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nasi Istoko.
Yeah.
Stock, like stocko. I mean
Aha.
stocko, yeah.
So it's another English word that was now
No.
Zulunized again.
Yeah, but it's actually South African vernac. I don't know, like.
But
this
yeah,
one- yeah, like
so
it's
they-
stocko.
Yeah, it's stock. It's,
Yeah.
So you can book her for appearances now. Events, 8,000 rand.
Jebo.
Make your coins, girl.
Weddings, 5,000 rand. And appearances, 4,000 rand. Music videos are also negotiable. So this girl decided, Cake, nee, I'm taking this opportunity.
Julle kyk mos vir my so.
Since I am the ish at the moment, I will use my brand to make some money out there.
Very smart girl. That's how you do it.
You saw what I mean, that's almost the same way. What is it, girls? And I'm Zodwa Abantu.
Zodwa.
Yeah, how Zodwa just came to prominence. Somebody saw her dancing somewhere, and then she became sort of a phenomenon. And she was even being booked outside South Africa. So yeah, it's there.
Hasn't she been to Namibia yet? Zodwa. Think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I feel like if you
We would have known if she was here.
No. I would have known.
I feel like if you blow up on the internet like that and you don't use it to your advantage to make money, then you're just silly. She's a smart girl.
Very, very smart.
Ronnie Kawanji, morning crew. Young Q manager, onderhoud iewers. Wat is dat onderhoud? Interview. Ja, jy praat beter Afrikaans as my bro. Jy is mos in jou natte vandag.
Yeah, yes.
And God too saying, morning Maria, everyone else can greet each other.
Good morning.
Ja, God too, jy's nog steeds net dieselfde. Don't ever change.
So he's not greeting us.
It's a she.
Oh, she's not greeting us.
Ja, ek en jy moet mekaar groet.
Okay, more Cubase.
Power to the
Môre
women.
Nebel. Bokkas saying môre die gents is mos uitgestruik. Gaan julle hoeka iewers vandag.
Lepa was Zodwa and Swakis.
En die Mavutu is mos uitgevat vandag. Blessed day.
Wie was in Swakis?
Zodwa.
When was she in Swakop?
I don't know Swakop.
Why don't I know about it? Sodwaba.
Mevrou het seker
Kom
gemaak.
ek is op
Sy
die shortlist
poster-
vir Nampel.
Sy poster gaan
Right.
regshow nie.
Frida saying good morning, hashtag Informanté Radio. My Neville is so quiet today. Don't worry, it's nog come. Esther saying morning Cubase, it's my baby boy's birthday today. I wish him a great day. Play him anything by Kygo or Alan Walker. Those are his favorite Norwegian artists. So Kygo is from Norway. I didn't know that. Okay. He just keeps streaming the radio station throughout the day. We're gonna-
Happy birthday to him.
yeah. Unfortunately, there's no singer in the. I mean, we saw what happened when Maria tried to sing it. And she knockout. En Neville Munozi eers begin nie.
I'm still surprised that nobody has picked me up. Ek met my golden voice.
You're still waiting for that.
I thought I was gonna get signed.
Elusive
the next day.
record deal.
I thought I'll be approached by multitude record labels, for this once in a lifetime opportunity. to sign this songstress that is Maria Tuva Wolf. But actually, I think they're playing hard to get. I think they're getting their money correct or right, so that they can approach me with that once in a lifetime offer.
So they are really just working behind the scenes just to get the deal together, so that you can.
You need to come correct.
Yeah.
She's being signed by MFTD.
What is that?
MFTD. You don't know that record label, Music for the Deaf.
Oh my gosh.
Margaret Extian McCoon saying, morning guys, please wish my big sister Jackie Extian a happy birthday. Verjaar lekker ousie. Lekker verjaar Jackie Extian.
Waar is Jackie Extian? Is she in Windhoek or where is she?
I don't know.
That's
You
her
can
name,
ask Margaret.
Extian.
Yolandi Engelbrecht from LAC can be the Minister of Gender.
Who?
Yolandi Engelbrecht from the law, LAC is Legal Assistance Center, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Estomich, bro, oh no, you are replying to you or to Ronnie? Want julle twee hou van julle se conversation hier so. Should we set up a date for you two?
Get a room.
Ronnie is married, I forgot. No. No fornication on this show. Estomich, bro, he is already getting breakfast in bed plus a slice of cake before school. Let Cubase sing the song. After all, it's his faraway nephew. I don't want to break your child before the day even begins, man. Vosia saying, more mense, menu for life. Maria Sabra. Ladies Night Omes, ons gaan met swart skirts en Russian bear.
Russian
John
Bay.
Gates. She was holding a Russian bay.
Oh, was it Russian Bay?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Maar dankie, you must be a cool teacher, hey. The kids at your school must love you so much. I hope your principal never gets to see that.
Castro, laat ons met mekaar speel. Castro Paul say, I will gladly sign Mary and Neville to my record label. Broken Voice label.
Yeah, Zodwa was apparently the Broken Boys. I told you. MFTD, young, music for the deaf.
For respect on
Hulle respect nie. Jy die respect nie. Shit.
Mense, ek wil ook famous raak. Then do something. Ga net op Facebook, op social media. It doesn't even have to be Facebook. Any of the social media platforms. Dankie, you will not get such support in Namibia. Let me move to South Africa. Panduleni Yambo, can we please talk about rent prices in Windhoek? They must fall, Cal. Pandu, like I saw this, you sent more or less the same message yesterday as well. It would actually be something nice to talk about, but maybe if we can get somebody in from the rent control board. Is the Uka rent control board that was established?
Yeah. There's been talk about it.
Isn't that what the AR was?
Yeah, I think it was the initiative of the AR.
So it just never came
I don't
to
know how
fruition.
far that got, but I don't know, guys. Things have been so. I think the economy has slowed down so much, and I do speak to people who own properties, and they keep on telling me that their tenants, they renegotiating with their tenants constantly at this moment in time because they know, my broer, if my tenant leaves, my place will stay open. So it sort of looked like it's an automatic situation where people just renegotiate their terms and conditions because people just can't afford the normal rates of rent anymore.
I saw in some place like 2-bedroom places that were going for 10 and are going for 6.5.
Yeah, yeah.
That is good. It's a start. I still blame Maria's people for this hike in rent prices.
Ek sê ook so. Is Joe mense.
Met hulle se US dollars hier aangekom.
Is Joe mense is daai chimbundus van Angola.
Maar hulle verkoop ook hulle se huise nou vir.
It's really been and I think once the US dollar because you guys are using what now? Kwanza.
Yeah, we're using Kwanzas.
Kwanzas there. So the US dollars are not coming to Namibia anymore.
It's tough times for all of us.
It's really, really, really tough times.
Roviera is saying, Maria, my birthday is on the 6th of November. Be ready.
Shine for you, son.
Next week. Next week, Friday.
They didn't promote nice, so the show didn't happen, but they hanged out with the fans that came to the dome. Oh, that was the Zodwa show. Yeah.
Oh, as ek geweet het, nee. As ek geweet het.
Ronnie sê, Kama Estomich is ou stok. Sy is ook nieuwe stok.
Ronnie.
Bradley is saying, Maria, any update on the fish rod? Survive the boys nog, the trunk. Hulle is very quiet these days. As net James, but headline smack.
Jy moet die mense gaan kyk, ek weet nie.
Yeah.
I wonder how the visiting hours, I mean, especially when it comes to them, how it works. Is it just weekends or ek weet nie. Hoe werk visiting hours ook op by 'n tronk?
I've never visited anybody in jail.
Yeah,
I visited a friend of mine years ago. Years ago. And I remember I went there on a Sunday. And maar het was gou geweest.
Yeah.
And it's very awkward. It's very awkward to visit somebody in jail. you look at each other, you don't know what to talk about. Oh, my bro, who's it? Ah, man.
It's especially awkward when you know you're also supposed to be in there.
Yo.
There's been a time that we had agreed that I would accompany the journalists to some of their stories and kind of help them. Because
Yeah.
I'm not a journalist, I'm an editor. Just kind of guide them in how to go about reporting, you know. And I also used to do court when I was a reporter. I used to do a lot of court reporting from the north. So I mean, there was an agreement that I would go with Eba, our court journalist,
Yeah.
to court and just assist. But then it was that time of the fish rot, so I didn't want to go to court with her because now he leek net orig. You don't know,
Baie
you don't,
orig.
yeah, you don't report court, man. No, he's there, and I know it will be misconceived and misconstrued. So we ended up not doing it. But I mean, that's how far away I'm trying to stay away from the whole saga.
Basons is Sarafia Nedunya. I've heard that name on the NBC News. No, Maria, stick to journalism. Singing is not yours. But it was a good performance.
Thank you. It's a
Backhanded.
thank you, but it's
Come on, the last dinner. But it was a good performance.
It's a backhanded compliment. That's
That's
what
what I'm saying. Thank you, Mar. It's I don't know which way to take it.
Top of the morning to you guys. Sending my love to you all from Guyton. Thanks, my man. Gatu is saying, just randomly thinking about the 12 people that attended Omarian's concert a few years back. Random thought. Namibia is amazingly
How
savage.
many people were there?
They were than 12.
A handful of people, not a lot. Yeah.
Where are these 12 people? Can we do a documentary on them? Where are they now? What have they done with their lives since attending them?
But they're also bringing old artists that like have not put out.
No, but look, guys. When I was doing events, when I was in the clubs as well. Like for instance, I remember there was a conversation we had with Chris Brown's entourage when he was in SA, right? The amounts that you have to pay to get him here, unless you have some serious sponsors, right?
Yeah.
If you look at the Namibian market, it's almost impossible to make even that money back, even to break even. Yeah. So that's why the guys go for the lower tier artists like the Omarians and those guys.
No, I think you can find middle ground, like Burna Boy. We were supposed to come, and he's not cheap either.
Yeah.
But he's not your Chris Brown and Beyonce.
Yeah, no, we cannot. We will never see Beyonce in this country.
Never.
No.
Forget it.
Unless she's doing a charity show.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce's technical rider has red toilet paper on. Where the hell am I going to go find red toilet paper?
Yeah.
No, we'll never see Beyonce.
we're not
and
seeing
also
Beyonce in
her
Namibia.
setup, she's very involved in like the production, how she wants her stage and her lighting.
Even with Chris Brown, they were actually going to fly in the stage themselves, which of course we would have had to pay for. So it's complicated to get some of these guys here. I think that is also what it came down to with the R. Kelly concert that never happened.
Yeah, I just think and you talk about the second tier artists. We had who here? We had Omarion here. What is the other woman's name?
We had Trey Songs, we had Omarion, we had
Boys to Men.
We had Boys to Men.
Okay, but Boys to Men did.
They
I
did
think that
well.
show
They did
went
well.
well.
Yeah.
That show went well.
It went well, but they didn't make the money. We had Eve here as well.
We had Eve
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
yeah.
and Eve apparently was not so.
That was also just
wasn't-
a handful of people.
There was also just
we
a
had
handful of
Jo.
people.
We had what's her name? She was at what's now the warehouse. Joe.
Stone,
Josh
Stone.
Josh Stone.
We had Josh
Yeah.
Stone. That show was also okay. By the way,
You-
Boys to Men didn't
do you
make
know?
money.
Do you know what?
No, like even Eve.
You know what
they
is my
didn't
claim
have
to fame?
sponsors.
Do you know what is my claim to fame?
What's your claim to fame?
I had my comedy show the same night as Josh Stone had her show,
And you got more people to.
and I
attend.
got more people than Josh Stone.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, no,
Yeah, but
that
what I was
was-
saying is Boyz II Men did actually make money, but that was corporate sponsored. They were not looking to make money. It was
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
for more their for other corporates, their supporters and their because it was all mutual, right? Was it Sun? It was one of those old
I
mutual.
can't remember.
Who usually has the jazz festival? I think those guys. Old
It's
Mutual.
Old Mutual.
I think it was Old Mutual.
Isn't it Jazz Festival is Old Mutual most?
I
With
think
City
so.
of Windhoek.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
I think it was all mutual, but they gave away like a lot of corporate free tickets. I think it was just something for
So that it can be full.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
also you give away tickets because
And
you
there
don't
was-
want an empty stadium.
and
Yeah.
there was no pressure to make profits. So.
But I remember AKA also refusing to perform the first time he came here because there were also just 12 people.
Nee?
It's like, yeah, let's stand here and study. Like, it's like, I'm not going on
Bal-
stage for
bal
12
first
people.
by-
The guy arrived in Namibia and the first tweet he put out, he said, "Effing amateurs."
Yep.
Nee?
Yeah, I'm talking about last week.
Yo.
I know who he's talking about.
Maar ek sê julle, no. If R. Kelly, if that show came off,
Yeah.
it would have been packed.
Robert
Kelly.
Beton.
Yeah.
What's it?
What's it?
Boys to Men was a grab a granny party.
Kreeg jou ou Zali.
Oh, Toppy.
Did you and Phil Collins? Did you check Phil Collins?
Was Phil Collins here?
Was he here?
It's a while ago.
Nee,
don't
man.
remember.
I would have gone.
Also one of those small.
Woordkamer, I would have remembered. That's a Phil Collins
yes,
song.
Phil Collins.
No, man.
Yes, it was Phil Collins.
Ah,
Is it
yeah,
Phil? Is it Phil Collins or was it the? Is it? Yes, I remember a show at W Warehouse. I can't remember, but it's one of those contemporary guys. Phil Collins, Brian Adams, Rod Stewart. One of those guys.
Brian Adams was here.
Yes. Then it was Brian
I-
Adams that I'm
it
confused.
was
I
with
Brian
Phil
hosted.
Collins.
I hosted the Brian Adams
Yeah.
show,
Yeah, it was Brian Adams, yeah.
and that show went for $1,000 a
Yes.
pop,
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
and that place was packed with white people only.
But that's insane, right?
The only two people that were black in there was me
And the security guys.
and
The sound check guy.
Tio Namases, who was the CEO of Air Namibia,
Yeah.
because she sponsored his flight. So, yeah, the rest was the whole economy of Namibia was in that room. If we would have blown up, that room that night, it would have collapsed the whole economy. Yeah. Same man.
Totally. So basically what you're saying is if we want our land back, we should throw a Brian Adams
We
party.
need to do a Brian Adams party.
And
yeah.
and have
And
an
we
accident
lock
happen.
them all up in there.
That's racist.
Ai, tog julle is lekker stout so. All right, kom ons lees.
Yeah, let's comment. And then
I also heard, like you guys actually used to have international artists come perform here before independence as well. And somebody was telling me about a Dobby Gray show that they attended like in Kommersdal like
Jumping Green, way.
like years ago. I'm like, those guys used to come here back then.
Yes, Jumping Green.
some
Wow.
Gav Perry says Michael Jackson was also in Namibia to come here, but he didn't come to perform.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's just he just came.
He was
to-
scouting for little boys. Guyton, I remember when I worked for a local club in Windhoek back in the days. We once got hold of Rick Ross's technical rider because my then rah boss was very ambitious. My bro, that rider was like 36 pages thick. These guys, they specify everything.
Ne?
Everything from the way they want to travel to where they want to sleep to what they want to eat to how the stage should be set up to all these things in the technical rider to what kind of microphone I want to perform with. Yes. You're not just going to call DB Audio and they just come set up. DB Audio has to have the specific mic that I want. Otherwise, it's the werkie. Sali werkie.
Ja.
I don't know if it's nitpicking or professionalism, but yeah, it is what it is.
But what I'm saying is it perhaps wise that we now start looking at the like African diaspora instead of like international for artists? I think they cost less, and I think they can fill up. Like for example, if Burna Boy had gone forward, I can guarantee you that would have been a jam-packed show. There was just no way it wasn't going to be successful. But then you on the flip side, you find people like Davido that will also do better here, or even Nasty C.
Yeah, I mean, even P Square did good.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Maybe corporates need to start looking.
But all these guys are from Nigeria, like even South Africa.
But they're the biggest in Africa.
South African artists normally do well, but they don't really do stadium shows. Most of the guys who bring those guys here is like Miskin in a club or a much smaller party than.
Nasty C did well. It was at.
Is he South African?
Yeah, it's a rapper in South Africa.
Okay.
He did well. Where?
When he performed, what is that stadium near Olympia? Is it Olympia? It's a Hage Geingob. It was quite packed. Yeah, he did very well. But but these are like teenagers love.
Yeah.
The teenagers, like it was full of kids.
So that was a grabber what?
Grabber youth.
Grabber youth
I
party.
hope my daughter doesn't grow up. I hope she stays 11 for the next 10 years.
And somebody's father came to get one of his daughters there with this Lamborghini. Embarrassed her there in the streets.
But it's fine if your father picks you up with a Lamborghini.
Soften
the blow a bit.
At least I'm getting in a Lambo.
Yeah, I was whispering to the Nasty Dems team. I was like, you don't want to mess with that one.
Oh, is it?
Ooh, Maria, were you also stuck or what?
No. I was taking pictures. I was doing.
Wait a minute. There's only one Lamborghini in Namibia.
It's Togo.
Yeah, no, I was doing pictures. It's the old fella. I mean, Nasty C is like what, 22, 23. No, I was contracted as the photographer for the show, and then I did a shoot. Then we drove all of us to Swakopmund. Then we had a shoot in Swakopmund with him.
What is you so orig? Weet you gesê jy moes gaan?
Actually, you know who got me the gig? It was Knowledge Ipinge.
Oh, is it? Knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge. He was doing management.
He was also doing management and events.
Yeah,
events management.
Yeah. So he got me the gig with the recording label. Yeah.
KD Roger, you're just picking on people. Come on. Dankie, jy kan moet nie dans nie, juffrou. Dis eerder nog so mooi. Juffrou, jy kan nie dans nie. And got to saying Davido even lost a shoe. A whole shoe.
Where was he taking a picture of sleeping in bed? Was it in Namibia?
Yeah, it was by Hilton. Hy het mos 'n Mavuto opgehad, toe besluit die Mavuto my claim to fame. Selfie
with him sleeping in the background.
What?
Dion is saying, Maria, Nasty C didn't have a crowd, please. Don't lie.
He did have a crowd.
The only show that do well here is MTC shows and Kasi Vibe, Kaza and Togo.
No. Nasty C did have a crowd. I have pictures to show for it.
I have I didn't attend. Honestly, I couldn't have cared less with.
But they had other Namibian artists like Lioness opening and all those guys. So then the KPE list and those guys. So it did well.
Yeah, but it's also said that these artists like Beyonce can use our desert and himbas, but can't even just visit our country, even discreetly.
It's a business, my dear.
But look, they do visit the country discreetly.
And let me say something about Beyonce that most people don't say. Beyonce is the one, okay, not the only creative, but she's well known as a creative that supports other creatives. So if you do work for her, you're getting paid. Getting paid well. We had. Remember when we had my friend in studio last time to talk about the project?
Oh yes.
Black is Reginaldo. I remember we had a conversation outside. Reginaldo said, "Yeah." When I was asked to quote, I didn't know it was a Beyonce project.
Yeah,
So I
that's,
just-
that's what he said.
Yeah, I
I
just quoted.
remember.
I said, "Khavieta as Beyonce." I would have quoted more. But that's the truth of the matter is creatives that work with Beyonce, from makeup artists to wardrobe to like whatever, they really get paid very, very well. And she's about supporting the arts.
My guy,
Sy kan nie sing nie.
moenie probleme soek vir ons show nie. asseblief.
Beyoncé
The
kan nie sing nie.
beehive will start
It's
attacking
like-
her.
Laat hulle kom.
Criticizing Beyonce is worse than saying something bad about Jesus.
She's just got a nice body, but she can't sing.
I toch hoop.
Och, ek mis die hart van Windhoek.
Ja. Wie is hy?
Hart van Windhoek is Bosia.
Oh, Vosia.
I remember Hart van Windhoek. Oh, dankie. So the reason Roy is saying dankie probably cannot dance is because she said, let's change the topic. I don't like music.
Bring your topic. Today we are freestyling.
Yeah. Helga Kavedembruka Kapitako. Westlife was here in 2011 by the Hart van Windhoek. Yes, that was ook a Westlife.
Westlife was here. Huh?
Were they here or
I'm
were
not
they
gonna-
supposed to come? I remember
I don't
even
think they
UB40 was supposed to.
I don't think they should.
Did the UB40 show happen?
UP40 show happened.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think Westlife happened.
Yeah, Trey Songz, like it was a decent enough crowd. But you know, the Dog City launch had more people. Let's just say.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but people from Namibia did not go.
3 people coming from Zambia is nothing to brag about.
But I think in Namibia, Gaza is still the biggest crowd puller.
Between Gaza and Dog, it's difficult to tell. Even Tataputi pulls quite a crowd.
Nee?
And PDK.
PDK.
Make no mistake, PDK
Yeah.
are also a big
Yeah.
crowd puller.
Okay.
Yeah, but my money is also on Gaza.
My money is really on Gaza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's got
Okay.
the...
I mean, I've yeah, okay. I mean, I wouldn't outright say no, it's not Gaza, but I it's not as clear cut, because I have done shows with all of them multiple times, and it's hit and miss, but they do generally get good crowds.
Yeah.
Where I know Gaza pulls a good crowd is, I mean, okay, first of all, he's very smart in like who opens and whatever, stuff like that. But why I know Gaza pulls a crowd is that a lot of times when he's performing last, the mense play
Yeah.
till he performs. You know,
Yeah.
usually you just watch your favorite and you go. But Gaza, ons bly tot by die einde. Ons moet vir hom sien. And he's always late. I don't know why. He's altyd late. Maar
Gaza is a celebrity.
nee, maar ek sê net,
It is.
jy moet sy fans respect.
There was like 1 or 2 shows I did with Gaza, and I was hosting the shows. And I remember Connie, I think it was Connie Maritz, who organizes Miss Namibia every
Maar
year.
ja, Connie Maritz.
And there was this particular event that I was hosting, and she was the director and producer. Neville, waar is Gaza? Gaza is nog nie hier nie. Asseblief, ek stres. Gaza moet ek nee, dis Gaza. Okay. Maar waar is die man? Bel die man. Die produksie moet
But I think he knows that even if he shows up an hour late, when he starts, people have forgiven him. They stop
Karandu.
complaining. They are up on their feet. They are having a
Karandu.
good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, I think my money's on Gaza.
No, my
and
money's
that's
also on
and
Gaza.
that's not to say that Dog isn't good, but
Yeah.
I'm just comparing.
Yeah, but when it comes to stage presence, though, Dog is just something else.
I think
Is
that
this a Ronaldo Messi issue that we're having here?
No. Look, personally, I'm a Gaza fan. I've always been a Gaza fan since they dropped their first albums. I gravitated more towards Gaza than Dog.
same here.
But
Same for me.
seeing them on stage,
Yeah.
like Dog's stage presence, even though I dance I don't. It's like Biblos. Biblos will stand in one spot like for the whole performance, but your eyes will be fixed on him. I don't know what it is about
I saw him-
when he's on stage. May say ha ha ha, and he
Yeah.
stings.
And
It
I
works.
think it's also very interactive. I saw him
Yeah.
performing at Combat
It works.
with the kids, and he
Wat
okay.
het jy by Combat gaan soek?
Was that fundraising? I was also doing the photography there. So,
You and your photography. Who hired you? Knowledge Kati.
Yeah, it was knowledge. My
Ooh,
Brahmas.
what is it with you and knowledges? It's knowledge ipinge, knowledge kati.
They give me knowledge. Anyway, they give me knowledge, yeah. But it was all for charity. I wasn't actually paid for it.
Okay.
In any event, Gaza, the dog performed during the day and Gaza performed at night. But the dog, you should see how he was interacting with the kids. The kids were going crazy for the dog. Yeah. So yeah, I get he's got
that stage presence.
He's got a stage presence for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So he doesn't need a poster.
Cover a poster. Dion Chim Sizzle. Neville doesn't consider the security guards as people. Kama only him and the then maybe a CEO. Ifunja.
Thank you, guys. Change the topic. Yes, I can say my joke. Yeah, change the topic. It's a bit boring.
Erazi EKQ base, you won't see heaven. It's a very good command.
I cannot joke what you have.
No, it's fine. Then I will go where Michael is. Guyton Curtis, what about UB40? Oh, yeah, we did say that.
UB40 was here.
Yeah, never cleanse was a plan. Yeah. See, when you start reading some of the comments after after the conversation is already passed, it becomes a bit confusing. But in any case, I forgive him every time. Gaza is still a performer.
He is.
Every time for coming late.
That's bad.
Gaza, a strong. Next artist should be Cardi B or Nicki Minaj.
I don't think they will pull it.
It's interesting. Which artist do you think will draw the biggest crowd here in Namibia? From anywhere?
Burna Boy.
True.
My money's on Burna Boy. I really, right now, I'm saying if you do this, like this year, next year, I think Burna Boy crowd will shock you.
I would also say Chris Brown. Breezy. Even Justine Bieber is also. Yeah. Justine could also draw a crowd. These young kids.
I can't most noni me artist museni.
Bob Marley is no longer.
Because you know what, we are past ourselves by date. No, not UB40. I'm a jazz guy. I'm a George Benson.
And you also want to bring those. You said
Joe Benson.
Yeah.
Joe Thomas.
Yeah, Joe Thomas.
I would actually love to see Joe perform.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe Thomas.
Very good performer. Yeah.
Right. Wait, isn't it the Joe Thomas show that you and Mafro went to go see last year?
Last year, this time.
Yes.
Exactly a year ago.
Yes.
Pretoria.
Is it that by Mafro said, "Ooh, die mense dink seker ek is Mavut."
Ja.
Ek is getroude vrou.
Hierdie naweek is ons naweek.
Okay, change the topic now, asseblief.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, ons wil musiek praat. Wat is your story? Burna Boy and Chris Brown, definitely, yeah. Cubase, did you just say Justin Bieber?
Justin. Hy het regtig gesê Justin Bieber.
I also heard it, but I just ignored him because I thought he was being funny.
No, that's what I've called him that since he came out. So he knows.
You wanted to talk about the Pope supporting. Maybe now that you're calling him Justin Bieber.
Wait, his perfume is called Girlfriend. Is it for girls or for guys? Hey, different strokes for different folks. Wait, let me just find the story quickly. Pope Francis.
While you're looking for that, somebody sends me this yesterday. Saying, while you sleep in Katima, if you are in Katima Mulilo, if you sleep in Katima Mulilo in a house, you will hear your voice outside insulting the neighbors.
You remember, that was mentioned here when we were talking about when we were talking about that issue. It was mentioned here on the show as well.
So you slap anyways. But you can hear your own voice outside insulting the neighbors. I'm not going to Katiba.
Like I saw even yesterday morning, that was the topic they had on Maria's favorite station, Eagle FM. And they were saying it's illegal to call somebody a witch, that side of the country. All right, but then how is it not illegal to bewitch somebody, but it's illegal to call somebody a witch? That is backward kind of thinking. In any case, let me quickly give you guys the story, all right? An offhand remark from Pope Francis made about gay people in July 2013 is still the single most memorable statement of his pontificate. All right. He made it during a press conference on a flight from Rio to Rome after a reporter alluded to a supposed gay lobby at the Vatican. Francis said, if someone is gay and is searching for the Lord and has a good will, then who am I to judge him? That reply, just 4 months after his election, signaled that as he settled into the office, he wasn't going to abandon the joyous spontaneity of the weeks of his tenure. All right. Francis recently released remarks about same-sex civil unions. They are quite a bit more ambiguous. They appear in a documentary, Francesco, made with the approval of the Vatican, which had its premiere on Wednesday, the yada 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 Rome Festival, directed by yada 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 yada. Films about the crisis in Ukraine and Syria. The documentary follows people who live or whose lives have been affected by the Pope. One sentence involves Andrea Rubera, a gay man who lives in Rome with his partner and their 3 adopted children. Right after taking part in a mass at the papal residence, Rubera gave Francis a letter explaining that he and his partner hoped to raise their children as Catholics. Francis phoned him, offered encouragement, and told him, as Rubera recalls in the film, to be aware that in the parish, not all people will share your choice of having a family like that.
Yeah.
Rubera adds, he didn't mention which was his option about my family. Probably he is, following the doctrine at this point. But the attitude towards it's a long story, man. Ek moet hom nou eers rondsoek om to give you the exact code. But basically,
but we get the context.
The Pope sort of did endorse civil unions, same-sex civil unions. It's like, I mean, if that's how people want to live, like he was saying, who am I?
Marriage, make it illegal to have affairs. Make it illegal. I'm just saying, if we're going to go that route, then let's go that route. Otherwise, let's not be hypocrites. The hypocrisy is what is so.
But you know what? The Catholic Church, again, it's almost 1,000-year history of tradition that we talk about, and
what tradition if they're molesting boys in the church?
I understand, okay, and that's obviously not. It's not a law in the Catholic Church. It just happens. That, for instance, this man-made law in the Catholic Church where priests...
All laws are man-made.
Yeah, it's all man-made. That priests can't get married, which obviously perpetuate the situation that you do talk about. And over the years, we had priests who basically broke away from that and said, I am going to get married whether you like it or not. And so,
last year, Pope Francis also was sort of in hot water over that because he also was sort of suggesting that maybe we should do away with this life of celibacy, or what do they call it?
Life of celibacy.
For the priest.
And he said, I think it will solve a lot of the problems that the Catholic Church, I understand the body, but the body has needs.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that justifies molestation. Oh my God, that's something else. That's just a sick, twisted person. I'm talking about just how you only perceived holy if you maintain the sanctity of of celibacy. It's crazy for me, but anyway, that's just my feeling.
And if I could just think about how much money the Catholic Church has spent in the last 10 years to settle legal costs of boys or families who basically took a certain priest or father to court for molestation for the last 10, 15 years or whatever. And a lot of these things happened in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. And these are men who are my age now, who finally bark up the courage to speak about stuff like that. So yeah.
On the flip side, last week Friday, news comes in that President Cyril Ramaphosa has passed into law the Civil Union Amendment Bill, which prevents marriage officers from refusing to conduct same-sex marriages.
Yeah.
So in the past, marriage officers could refuse to marry
two men or two girls.
Yes,
Yeah.
same-sex marriages. But now there's an amendment bill that was passed that they cannot refuse. Just
Nay.
like you would marry a hetero couple, you also would have to marry
Same sex.
same-sex.
Right? The Pope wears dresses, so why am I not surprised he's condoning same-sex relationships?
Who's that?
This was, wait, come on, Avondre Karumba.
That's so homophobic.
Gatu is saying, would Namibia ever legalize same-sex marriages?
Yes, it eventually will have to.
Not while Margaret Mensah and her WhatsApp group are still in parliament.
That's the thing that upsets me about the legalization of gay marriages. It's like, eventually we will have to. It's the same with abortion. Eventually we will have to. It might be 10 or 20 years from now, but eventually it's going to happen because that's just the world. That's the direction the world is moving. So why are we delaying the inevitable? What about
Not on my watch.
what about two men or two women being together harms you, hurts you? It doesn't do anything to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to go help them with anything. They can do fine all by
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah,
Just let them
It's
be.
the exact same principle that white people apply to black people. Like black people couldn't have the same rights as white because we're not seen as equal, but we're all human beings. And I think if you start seeing gay people as we're
Yeah,
equal.
I'm so tired of this Black Lives Matter. Yeah. All lives matter.
Anyway, continue with the comments.
What about polygamy? We spoke about that yesterday. Mary has all for it. She wants 3 husbands.
No, I'm saying if you're going to make it available, you should also make it for women. But yes, again, polygamy should also be a choice for people that want to go that route. I have no problem with legalizing or having it as an option for people that want it.
Roger's dumb. Come on, I will not refuse. I'm just not available on that day that they wish to get married. Sha. Estomich, some people always come late, others are not morning people, referring to the Gaza talk. I will never lie if I am a morning person, but being on time never have been, will never be. Not arrogant, but just made peace with it. Yeah, Herero. Kalushi Kasi Flavor, the gay issue is very sensitive. You can even lose your job. I'd rather keep my comments to myself.
Why is it sensitive?
Why is
Why
it
is
sensitive to
advocating
you?
for human beings and the equal rights for everybody, why is that a sensitive? Why are we living in a society where you cannot advocate for gay people who
No, but
are human
I don't
beings?
think that's what he meant. I think, I think
Or he's against it.
I think he's got strong.
he might, yeah, maybe.
strong
I
views
think he's
against
leaning in the other direction,
Yes,
maybe. So that's why.
And even that, I would like to hear that because I have no problem with somebody telling me they're against it.
Yeah.
But I'm okay to have that debate and tell them
Yeah.
exactly why they're wrong. We cannot be hypocrites in how we see people and how we apply rules to people. It's the most preposterous. It's love. It's love.
Donkey says if gay marriages are legalized, we will be shocked seeing our men running.
Exactly, and wouldn't you want it to be? I certainly would want. There's a lot of closeted closeted gay men because obviously the environment is not conducive for
Why are
them.
you looking at me?
No, I don't think you're closeted.
Yeah.
But even if you are, I
Nog
I
gaan
wouldn't.
praat net op
I'm
die
just
ander
saying.
plek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but even if you are, it doesn't bother me. But what I'm saying is, there's so many closeted men that can't come out because the environment and the society
Doesn't
we live
allow.
in doesn't allow.
Yes.
I would rather men live in their truth so that we also know who. I don't want to go for a man that is closeted gay, but he's just with me because he can't come out. I would rather let him come out and and then I'm not his target market because he's interested in other men. I would rather know. Yeah.
Okay, let me not comment on the Katima issue. I want to wake up tomorrow with my front teeth intact.
You guys are so wrong.
Julle sal geprosecute word. Pope sê. Okay, because los hier die Catholic Church. Let me see. It's wrong. What's wrong? I don't know.
What? Oh, Gay marriage, probably.
I don't.
Must be that.
Okay,
I don't-
yeah, your comment does not really make it clear what you are saying. So
and
yeah.
just by the way, of course, a lot of us are homophobic. It's how we were raised. You know, we're raised to be homophobic. I get that. But I also think it's time, with the information on the internet and with the world moving forward, I also think it's everybody's responsibility to rid themselves of that internalized homophobia, because it does nothing for you as for your growth, for your personal growth, to be that hateful to people. It does nothing for you. I think it's bad energy.
Kyk nee, Neville. Kyk nee, jy moet verstaan nee. Kyk, these people nee, moffies nee. Kyk, ons moet net nably met mekaar. As long as they don't touch me, okay? Hulle moet net fair bly. Just do your thing over there en los net vir my hierso. Maar as hulle so naby my kom nee, hey, excellent.
It's funny how men don't understand consent unless a gay man hits on them. Then all of a sudden they understand what
Then I
consent
don't understand no. So why?
What's the difference between that mentality and white people that say, dakkies jealous, nah, ma.
Blame
blame
it.
it.
Blame it in your
Yes.
space.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
And what is and look, I get hit on by men. I'm not even interested. Men that I wish they wouldn't. But I mean, my only thing is to say I'm not interested and no, and move on. It's the same with a gay man hitting on you. If you're not interested, just say no and keep it moving. You guys do it to us, women. You hit on us as well on a daily basis, uninvited, unprovoked. We also don't like it, but it happens. So just say no and move it.
We've had this conversation in the studio
Yes,
before.
exactly. It's
So you
just
start
silly.
looking at yourself, Kuma. Why are you starting to look at yourself?
Yeah, like as if, like a gay, or is there something on me that this person thought? I mean, you need to remember, not all gay men are feminine.
Yes.
Some of them are masculine.
Yeah.
Whether he's saying,
Okay, no. That's a problem for me. Now that is sorry, wag 'n bietjie. I wouldn't have a problem if a feminine gay guy hits on me. Then he sees me as a potential male partner. But if a very masculine guy hits on me, wag 'n
Most
bietjie.
likely, most likely they won't though. Yeah, it's not because they're called like bottom gay and top gay. So I don't think a top gay would hit on you. No?
What is top gay now?
Ay, toch, I'm not gonna.
Okay,
do this.
explain it to
I'll
me off
explain
air.
it to you off air.
Yeah. No, I have no problem with a feminine gay who hits on me. Because that's a woman.
Roviera is saying,
Sees me as masculine.
ha, Ameria, not the same. A woman can hit on me anytime, maar 'n ander ou kan mos nie vir my kom state nie, man.
Why?
Jong,
What is
Does it change your is that what do you say? Masculinity is so fragile. Well, it doesn't change you. You are almost straight. You are almost heterosexual. A man hitting on you is not going to change the fact that you are hetero. So why do you judge yourself based on a man hitting on you? What does it do? Like,
I'm so hot, even the guys are falling for me out here,
yes,
bruh.
you know what I mean? It's baram.
Now,
I
which
used
girl?
to have this gay guy. I used to grow up with him. He passed on.
Come on, I
think
used
the
to grow up with him.
I grew up with him. I think he passed on about 10 years ago. Very, very funny guy. So if I'm home alone, he would walk past our house. Hallo Neville. As jy alleen by die huis, ek kom nou.
I love gay people. I don't understand. I just love their
And I was like, hey, jy moet ophou nee.
I just love their energy.
Yeah, Gatu is saying, just like I was raised to only want a Herero-speaking man, maar life decided otherwise.
Ja, nee.
No stay in Bambuland, ne? Well done, Gatu.
Rose, I take it as an insult that another guy tries me as mal. Why? But can somebody explain to me why does it? I know a lot of men say
Vertel
that.
my Ro.
Why? Maybe you can explain.
It's because, like, my opinion is like a lot of people, or a lot of us. Let me include myself in this mix. Mistakenly identify ourselves by the opinions of others. It's like, you sort of try to see yourself in your environment, and you start identifying yourself as your environment identifies you. So when a gay guy comes to hit on you, you automatically sort of assume,
But you're not masculine enough.
yeah, I'm not masculine enough, I must be a bit gay or gayish.
Yeah, for him to be drawn to
Yeah,
me.
why would there are other men in here? Why would he be drawn to the only straight men I know?
We were talking earlier, and it's one of the most and it was a personal experience that I had. And funny enough that we talked about the Boys to Men show today. I remember that evening at the Boys to Men show. Mevrouw was standing there and she gave her handbag to me. So ek gaan gou toilet toe, and the girls went off to the bathroom. So nou staan ek hier so met mevrou se handsak. And two gay guys walk past me, say, "Ooh, jare nevel jy lyk terwyl oulik met daai handsak." So it became quite a running joke, seeing me with his handbag. And I used this joke so much on stage. People, obviously, I was more animated, doing the routine. But people loved it so much, and I said, "Nee, what? It was a story."
It's like I'm telling you, like 5, maybe 8, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Daar zie je bloody manier wat mevrou vir my se ransa kon gegee het nie.
Yeah.
Nee, I'm not gonna do it. But like now,
Like you're okay with yourself.
say, hey,
I'm okay with
you can send me to go get the handbag at home and ek sal alleen na gaan en hom gaan haal.
Yeah.
Gaan koop tampons.
I know that's nothing.
I've been doing that
That's
for the
nothing,
last
right?
20
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you say you're okay with yourself.
it's
Like you're
okay.
not defined by this. That's a very secure man with himself. That's sexy to me.
I remember when years ago when we started dating, and as I tell you guys, I always do the shopping. So, and I would go and buy the tampons or the pads.
pads,
The pads, not the tampons.
Sanitary. Yeah.
The sanitary pads. So, and it's always funny when you can see the tall lady, tit, 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 or tit, and she sees me taking out these sanitary pads, and she looks. It's a Jacob ook hierdie goede. Ek say hey, and I proudly say hey, is my job hierdie.
Yeah.
So
That's good. I
I've
love that.
never had a problem with buying that for.
Yeah, I wish more men were like that.
Hey, but that's like for me that wasn't really a thing. I mean, even as a kid, like as jy winkel toe gaan, like your sister could send you, it's like, hey, bring for me. But, and she even shows you the old pack.
Yeah,
You sien diene wat so lyk nee,
Yeah,
so it's like you just go buy the stuff.
Heavy flow or light flow,
Yeah.
lilets
Yeah.
or whatever brand she likes. Yeah.
And something that puzzles people a lot, and for some reason, some of the packaging of sanitary pads sometimes don't clearly say scented or unscented.
Yeah.
And then when I would take this package, and I'm like, yeah, I need to go and ask this floor manager now.
Yeah.
And I would go and ask the floor manager, Lister, is this scented or unscented?
Yeah.
Because mevrouw does
Doesn't
not
want
use
scented, yeah.
scented. So, and they first look, huh?
Yeah. We need
As
to
jy
normalize
gestuur.
it. Yeah.
Ek sê, ja, ek is gestuur. I'm buying this. This is my job. So, yeah.
Man. Okay, kom ons lees. Ronnie Magnet, mevrouws like their men carrying their handbags.
I said must I chop you up, yo. It's me, man.
It's a tag. It's like a dog pissing on his territory, my guy. It is what it is.
Mine.
Hey, as ek 'n ding daar gesien het, terwyl mevrou by die toilet was, I would hide that handbag.
Come, Bosia Kama, I put panty liners on the shopping list and my husband came with laundry bags. Oh, Karamara.
Oh, Kramara,
What was the connection? Come on, I tried.
Like, I just couldn't get myself to pick those things
Oh,
up.
Kramara.
Yeah, Ethel is saying my boyfriend het ook nie issues nie, but confidence in dat hy weet as hulle vra, dan sê hy ken sy meisie.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's cute.
Yeah.
yeah.
Baso Castro, Paul, Mara, why are some guys embarrassed to buy pads for their partners? People in the shop obviously know it's not for you, bro.
Fra.
Yeah,
Good
it's
question.
yeah.
But you're not uncomfortable buying morning after pills. You are screaming it from the behind the
Yeah.
counter there.
My father used to buy us pads as well.
Nee.
Yeah. Okay, right, not pads. I used to use tampons,
Yeah.
but like he knew already.
Nee.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, if you have daughters or you have a wife or you have a partner, it shouldn't even be that strange a thing to do.
Ronnie Canalelo, I buy sanitary pads with ease. I even take pictures if I can't find the exact product.
Yeah, wat en is okay. They let net these. Okay, nee, koop je blow in.
Oh, Ronnie kry jy nie skam nie.
Braji Gonteb, what's up for today? DNA, come on, New Year's opgestaan. So ik vraag what's
Kom maar, Bradje, we gaan slaap verder. 7 topics al deur.
Worst thing to buy is a morning after pill, says Gato.
Is this the era that we live in now?
What?
Morning after pill goede. Jy het sulke goede.
Morning after pill is... Look, it's
44 plus.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's just, saying I was very irresponsible over the past, I guess, 72 hours or whatever.
I was just complaining because I actually realized that they're making it more difficult for women to women can't now buy over-the-counter contraceptives. You have to get doctors.
Prescription.
Yeah, in the past I could just go get my pills over the counter.
Ne?
Yeah. Now I tried to get over the weekend, and they were like, your doctor's prescription. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, I know my prescription has expired, but it's in your system.
Yeah.
They were like, no, you have to go get a new prescription.
For contraceptive.
So you need to go pay $500 now.
Now you have to, exactly my point. Now you have to go pay your consultation fee.
That's the $500 consultation fee.
To get your prescription. And it's so weird. Even years ago, I could just buy the patch over the counter, like pharmaceutical. I just go there and I say, I want the... You are no longer in this country. Oh my God, I was so shocked. In this country, you are no longer allowed to buy your contraceptives over the counter. Not the pill, not the patch, none of it. You have to get it prescribed by your doctors. I think that is the most classist thing. In a country where abortion is illegal, like it's the most stupid thing. And I'm saying, and I know, I brought it to social media, and there were obviously some health practitioners that were saying, yeah, but contraceptives are so damaging that you do need to consult. I'm saying I've seen up to three gynecologists. Yeah. I've never been tested on which contraceptive. It's not like they did my blood or checked my body vitals to see which contraceptive will suit me. In fact, they asked me, which one do you prefer? I prefer the patch, or I prefer the pill, or I'm very forgetful with the pill, so give me a patch. And they just write it for me. They give me a 6 months prescription. I go and I get it, That's just so I can get it on medical aid. But if I ran out, I could just go back and say, give me the patch, and I get that, or give me Diane 35 and I get that. It was never an issue. But now in Namibia right now, there's not a single pharmacy that will sell you contraceptives without a doctor's prescription. That's how backwards this country.
It's not backwards.
It's the lawmakers you guys were advocating for.
It's not backwards. This is just mafia nonsense.
It's them.
It's
yes.
Nonsense.
Like condoms
Seriously.
are also a contraceptive. So do I also need a prescription to go buy condoms?
I'm still mind blown at this reality. I'm still mind blown. And like I said, this is a country where abortion is illegal. Why would you make it difficult for women to access contraceptives so that they can protect themselves?
What?
I am mind blown. Anyway.
Woo!
Okay, guys, lees maar 'n paar laaste comments laat ons gaan, okay? We already don't have enough men in Namibia. And now ladies we must compete with men again.
But you're not kind of competing with men. If he's gay, you're not the target market.
Jealousy in the market.
Yes, you are not competing. And then Ronnie says, Maria J Chop 40. I also hate that misconception that when you're on contraceptive that you must be eating raw. I would like Namibian people to get out of that mentality. I know a lot of women are even embarrassed to show that they take contraceptives because of the judgment that they're not using condoms. You can actually use condoms and take contraceptives because
Maria,
you need to be
hold
safe.
Up. If you are in a serious trusting relationship, what is wrong with chopping 40?
There's absolutely nothing, but I'm just saying.
So you don't even need to defend it. Just leave it.
But I'm saying even that mentality is actually why a lot of people don't even like people to know because of their judgment.
Cubase.
Yeah.
After testing.
But even then,
that's why I said
trusting. Trusting as well, because that's another important
relationship.
But apart from all of that, also don't use it to, if a woman is on contraceptive, the natural assumption. I was single and still doing contraceptives because it's just, I think that's what you do.
Just in case yourself. One night at Pharaoh's. Draft by shooting.
I think any responsible woman that can afford it, even if you're single, even if you're in a relationship, even if you're still using condoms, go on a contraceptive. It's just a responsible thing to do.
Yeah. It's like guys who carry condoms. It's not. That doesn't necessarily mean you're
women
gonna
who carry.
you're gonna get some tonight.
Yeah, or
but you
women.
carry it anyway, just in case.
And women should also learn to carry condoms, just by the way.
Right, Charlemagne Husselman. Contraceptives is also used for other health issues for women apart from preventing pregnancy. Okay, I didn't know. Get a chip one time so you don't mess up, says Asino. Kambikiti.
Is it hiding hierso?
Yeah, but even that you have to get a prescription for. Yeah, you
the-
can get one right under
Nee?
your.
But Laona Rifial says.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually,
My
I'm
wife,
actually
my wife has
considering
two
that.
of those
Really?
things.
I'm actually considering because I'm very
Not
forgetful.
one, two.
It's like a V shape. It's like I was there taking videos when they were putting it in. It's
Yeah. Actually, I need to consider one of those.
no, it's not that bad, but it's just men we are woozy when we see blood and stuff unless we're in a fight.
Is it messy?
Not really. That doctor was good. I don't know how your doctor is gonna do.
Yeah, I'm actually considering that one. I mean, I'm doing my research on it, but yeah.
But it's been doing pretty well, but she's still advocating for my vasectomy.
Okay, wacht net
stand
met
and
die story.
avoid that discussion nog steeds.
Yeah,
I'm
and-
not ready.
And there we will go, we will organize our own protest.
So as you are knocking on the door 50, go get a vasectomy. What is your problem?
Sal nie.
Wat wil jy nog met die goed doen?
Nee, just like that. We will do our own demonstration in this country. We will not go for vasectomies. Sally werk nie. Yeah.
I remember
It's a
at some
woman's
point-
job.
At some point, they were confusing what was the doctor done? The circumcision with vasectomy. Like, me? Never. Like,
Never.
broer,
I'll
is
create
dit
the
dieselfde
vasectomy.
ding?
Go take the pressure off your wife. Please ask her, please.
Nee.
Xylem, check your bra eye. They were showing him on the screen now.
Ek sal nie.
The idiot Bartomeu.
What if something goes wrong?
Nothing will go wrong.
Ek sal nie. I got 10, 15 productive years left.
If you're lucky.
If I'm lucky.
You are not producing anything. You don't even want any more children.
No,
So what is the
product-
big problem?
3 minutes a week productiveness. Yeah.
That's gonna work.
Lost me 8.
And
Let
may-
me have my 3 minutes of fame.
Maybe if you close
Yes,
some of the
yes.
other functions, those 3 minutes will turn into like a 8 or
Yes,
9 minutes.
Yeah, you'll be stronger.
Because now there's more, capacity.
Nee, so waar. Ek is bang. Met die dan man.
Look at me trying to talk you
And
into
you,
it.
I was about to say, look at it when you're not even ready for it.
I'm trying to convince myself here, never.
Ronnie, would you do it? Would you go for a vasectomy? Roviera, would you opt for a vasectomy? Nee, Ro is nog jong. Ek en
Yeah,
Ronnie
but
is
it's
selfe
reversible.
ouderdom.
It's reversible.
We don't know that. Things
no,
go
we're
wrong.
no, it is reversible.
Ai, hou op Maria. Ek sal nie.
Just
Kyk, oh! Snip.
Chicken was, I actually don't know how it works. So I always picture the way chicken was doen ons dit met die kalvertjies met die
Ja, met die rubbertjie.
That's always what I picture when they're talking about.
yeah.
Ugh.
Bessie says a lot of women also use contraceptives to balance their hormones, especially
Yeah.
teenagers. We must stop with these foolish stereotypes. And so, what if someone is chopping 40 with their trusted partner? Those asking, what about 40? Very correct. I was using it also initially to balance my hormones. That's why I was using Diane 35, it's to balance my hormones. But yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions.
35.
Yeah,
Sounds like a porn star.
and I'm 35 years old, so it could be my name. Hi, meet Diane, 35.
Let me go type that in. Maybe she has a website. All right, guys, let's get out of here.
Told you guys I'm going on TikTok.
Is you op TikTok?
We know
Ek
why
het
you're
gister-
going on TikTok.
Hey, Ganji.
Next, I'll put it in
Ja, ek wil ook my eie video's ook maak. John Vullicate. Vullicate.
Aye. All right, guys. Famous last words.
Get a vasectomy.
My famous last words today, I hope it rains.
No, the sun is coming out now, as you can see. Yeah.
Ja, dat kom on, dit het gereën in die oggend.
Waar het dit gereed?
In Katutura.
So,
But then again, I was up at 3 o'clock, like I was saying this morning. So
which part of Karatura did this?
the part where I stay most.
Okay.
The,
Did you consult Mutindi?
I don't know. I owe him money.
We also had rain. Did you have rain this morning?
No, we had rain yesterday afternoon.
No, okay. Yeah, no, last night it rained. But like, I mean, even when I was dropping the kids off at school, there was rain.
Okay.
Yeah. It was raining. Even last night there was a little bit. But anyway, the last comment, Gatu was saying, I hate that I stay up till 3 a.m. to be here with y'all. Good night.
Oh, no, where are you?
Oh, all right. Oh, thank you for that.
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
that's dedication.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You need a top fan sticker. We'll give you one.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we will give it to you.
I always feel so embarrassed when I look at my white neighbors. Like yesterday afternoon when I got home, they all go get out those water meters.
The gauge. Om die water te meet hoeveel reën het jy gekry.
Yeah, what's the thing? It's like a toch sê die woord.
Oh, to check the
Also,
like
we
the
just
water,
call
the
it a
water,
gauge.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
all
a,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, we
water
just call
gauge,
it
yeah,
a
rain
Yeah.
gauge, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a rain gauge.
Yeah.
And all the white people around me have rain gauges. And they keep on saying how much rain they got. No, exit, that's all. Nou, hoeveel het ons gekry ook? I'm the only one who doesn't have one.
Yeah, swart mensen.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get myself one.
Keeping up appearances.
Yeah.
All right, guys. No, this time we really gotta go. Don't forget to catch the hour. Vandaag is woensdag, so is meneer Kaufman. I'm not sure if Tatinawanis will be joining him on air, but that's between 12 and 1. And like I said, you can listen to us on the frequencies throughout the day. It's not just the live streams on social media that are live on the radio station. Rundu, you guys welcome aboard 107.2, Chivarongo 105.9, 104 in Mariental, 88.2, daar in die 12. Keetman, soos Neville dit sê. Wait. You're not here tomorrow, no?
No. I think no, I didn't tell you. No, it's been postponed until the 6th of November.
Oh, okay.
Why am I always the last to know?
Huh?
He
I
was
saw it
bragging
Boys
about
Club.
going to the Cosmos.
Yeah.
To Keetmans, I mean.
Yeah, no, I was supposed to be in Keetmans today, but it's been postponed. So the 6th is next week, Friday, I believe.
So they postponed.
Ek kan nie wag nie.
They postponed the founding father's birthday.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Never.
Speaking of birthdays, guys, don't forget elections are like on the 24th, ne? This year.
And there's also
24th of November.
Sorry, and also I think we missed it. There was somebody else here that said they had a birthday. Somebody else. But I just saw the comment, but.
And there were 2 birthdays. Your president really doesn't like me. He even decided to hijack. Like, Cubase, you're not having a birthday this year. Everybody's going to go vote. So Jay and your birthday can my ears chill.
So your birthday is on the 24th of November?
On election day.
So you're a Scorpio.
Yes, Sag.
This is Sage. I love Sages.
Sagittarius.
Die boogskieters.
This is now Scorpio season now. Scorpio men are.
We are the
Wilde
philosophers. The philosophers of the zodiac.
Aha.
All right.
Sharp.
Every day we bring you the hottest music. And some outrageous conversations.
Did you know, ek het nog amper iets gesê. So, are you saying Namibian men were not romantic?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Huh?
Yes.
Why? What are the values of Namibian men? Is there anything good about us?
Yeah, I'm stacking up. Black.
She is striking a black.
You know what?
Let's get to the real thing. The Morning Mix on Informanté Radio. The sound for a new age.
George, hello.
Dear George, this is 50-year-old you calling from the future with a dumb phone. Had you learned to save up in your early 20s, we'd be FaceTiming right now. But nevertheless, I'm here to remind you that building wealth over a period of time will guarantee you financial independence. So, think about the future today.
Start Save will meet you on your savings journey. Get up to 8 gigabytes worth of free data and earn 3.5% compound interest every time you save. For more info, SMS Start Save to 31844. Underwritten by Trustco Life.
Hey! Wake up!